Meanwhile, while low energy prices worldwide have indeed helped steady some pockets of the global economy a little, there's still miles to go before the recovery becomes more sustainable. And while the Indian economy may be at an inflection point, there are a fresh set of headwinds and tailwinds to consider before the double-digit growth becomes a reality. That's the word largely coming in from India Inc. on the sidelines of the Motilal Oswal Global Investor Summit in Mumbai. CNBC TV 18's Kevin Lee and Kritika Saxena bring us this report.
The International Monetary Fund was on the money when its World Economic Outlook report in early FY17 called India a bright spot in an otherwise bleak global economy. Low energy prices have helped make this prediction a reality, and India has grown when most other economies have struggled for traction. However, while experts applaud this growth, they caution that expecting double-digit growth is a bit of a stretch.
Global growth is not going to be great. So consequently saying, don't even ask when India will reach 9 and 10%. Because without substantial global buoyancy, you will not reach the 10%. Let's be reasonably clear. But that said, don't look down on 7.5%. This, I think, is a phenomenal bright spot.
With the US Federal Reserve hinting at tightening rates soon, this bright spot may lose a bit of its brilliance in the short term. So the next step must be to ensure that reforms and conditions be such that consumption drives growth.
The standard GST level is at the expected 18%. I think general inflation in the country will also be very moderate. And that can help in many respects. It can help in fiscal management, it will help in standards of living improving, people then willing to spend more money on buying more, etc. So overall, the inflation containment that we expect from a good monsoon and the GST, to my mind, will also be very good for the economy.
Some see that consumption story is all set to play out as the year progresses.
We have had a good monsoon, and we believe that there is likely going to be a pickup in the rural in the second half of the year. And also urban, there are some green shoots. I think a combination of the fact that if there's low food inflation, consecutive quarters of decent economic growth, some of the stimuli that might come from the 7th Pay Commission payouts.
Be that as it may, this puts some pressure on the government to not only meet its April 2017 deadline to roll out GST, but to also push ahead with various other reforms, schemes and policies aimed at making India's growth and investment climate better. More so because the benefits of low global crude oil prices will not last long. In Mumbai with Kevin Lee, Kritika Saxena.